Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Come back to my video channel in YouTube. My name is Ron Hikmah Ramadan, and I'm a student of English Magister Department in Universitas Sumatera Utara. As usual, I'd like to discuss about a material that we are going to know about a stylistic, which is one of the sub branch of stylistic, that is formalist stylistic, and become the subject of the study is the song by Katy Perry, which the title is Firework. I think all of the audience have been know about the song because the song is one of the phenomenal song by Katy Perry and has been topping chart for some countries around the world. So the title of the study is about the metaphor analysis in Katy Perry song Fireworks, a formalist stylistic approach by Roni Hikmah Ramadan. As we know, for the introduction of this study, as we know that human as a social being need communicate and interact to another people. The media of people on communicate and interact to another people is use language. Language become the media for people to say her or to share her idea, his thought, his imagine to another people and share his her experience. As Hornby said that language is a human instinctive method of communicating ideas, feeling, and desire by means of system sounds and sound symbol. That is mean that human language is a non-instinctive method of communicating idea. These are by means of system sounds and sound symbol. We need sound, we need signs, and system symbol like we are going like what we learn in semiotic. We use symbol to say what we are going to interpret to another people, and in interact to another people in or communicate the meaning of what we are talking about, the meaning of what we are saying is important because the meaning is the core of the ideas that we are going to share to another people. Because when someone doesn't understand about what we are talking about, then our thought, our idea will not be reach his brain or his thought too. It means that there are no chemistry between the speaker and the hearer in this case, because the hearer cannot understand what the speaker is talking about. And then in talking about meaning, there are some way to express the meaning by people to another people. One of the way in the literary text is called by figurative analysis. Figurative language. I'm sorry. Figurative language is an expressive use of language where words are used in a non-literal way to suggest illuminating comparison and resemblance. It stated by Crystals in 1997. Figurative language is a way to deliver a meaning by using words to mean something different from their ordinary meaning in order to emphasize an idea. So the figurative language give a new or give something special when we are going to say the meaning of something, because the figurative language not use a literal meaning but use the another meaning that contains in the words that used by the author or the speaker in that case. And talking about the speaker or the author, every author and speaker have their own characteristic when they're talking or when they are sharing their experience, when they're sharing their uh, imagination or idea to another people, which is different with another people. Also, it means that this is individual characteristic of people when they're going to say about what they are in their mind to another people. And this kind of case is talking is called by stylistic, where is the style of an author or an speaker when going to deliver their thought or their idea to another people. And the style of people is different from one people to another people. And in metaphor is one of the sub-branch of figurative language, which is metaphor is used to widening meaning and could make the text become beautiful. Metaphor is an imaginative use of word or phrase to describe something as another object in order to show that they have the same qualities and to make the description more forceful. It's mentioned by Crowther in 1995. Based on that explanation, in this case, we are going to discuss about the metaphor that lies in the song by Katy Perry, which entitled Fireworks. And there are at least some metaphor that lies in the song, and then we are going to discuss and about the an approach of the stylistic we use today, that formalist stylistic. Formalist stylistic is an approach to analyze a literary text. Formalists put the text itself as the source of data, as a source of the information of the text, without this without considering about the author background, cultural, political, and another thing that external of the text itself, because the formalist stylistic talking only about the text itself and what is going in the text without considering what happened out of the text. The formalist will not uh, with not important to know what is happened the moment or the situation when the literary text release, but they only wanted to know what is the content meaning in the text itself. And to know the what content in the text itself is metaphor become one way to analyze the formalist stylistic. And then in this, as we are discussing about the fireworks by Katy Perry, at least there are three metaphor that happen in this song, which the first is simile is a comparison of two things indicated by some connective, usually like as, then, or verbs such as resembles. A simile express a similarity. Still, for similar to exist, the things compared have to be similar in kind. And the second metaphor is hyperbole, which is the hyperbole is derived from Greek language. That is hyper means over and bolin means to throw. Hyperbole or overstatement is a statement contained in exaggeration to emphasize a point. On the other hand, hyperbole is an expression to make something looks bigger or greater than it really is. Hyperbole is used by writer to describe an object, idea with giving exaggeration emphasis to get effect intently. And the third of metaphor is personification, which personification is the arbitrary of human qualities to inanimate object. A figure that endorses animals, ideas, abstraction, and inanimate object with human form. The presenting of imaginary creatures or things are having human personality, intelligence, and emotion. And then we are moving to the lyrics of the song Katy Perry, which entitled Fireworks. We find the first figure language is uh, in the sentence, do you ever feel like a plastic bag? It contains an expression of simile that is like followed by a praised plastic bag. In this sentence, plastic bag is describing a personality from a person who does not have the establishment and be easily influenced by their surroundings. Like a plastic bag that exists like weight so that it is easy to be broke by wind. Thus, it implies inconsistent personality or easily broken one. It happens so because the wind has power to move things in terms of personality. And the second part of the song is, do you ever feel so paper thin like a house of cards? Not different from the first parts of lyrics that we are discussing. This has also expression of using the word like as an element of simile. Paper, tin, or house of card has here refers to weakness. There are times when people feel so emotionally fragile because of hard blow then result disappointment. Man seems unable to handle all life problem differently. Some are strong, but others may be not. Those who are not able to sustain are said to be fragile. Thus, Peppertin is addressed to man who is weak, as the word this man easily falls down or flown away in a paper. And the third part of the song is just on the night like the 4th of July. The 4th of July is element of simile because it two things that human and 4th of July is inanimate object. In 4th July, as we know that the Independence Day of America or the United States of America, and this is the speaker wanted to deliver that the people is freedom just on the night like the 4th of July. It means that we have to we have to get the freedom expression tonight. And this part of lyric also classify as personification because it giving human quantities to non-human beings. And then the fourth of part the song is, you don't have to feel like a waste of space. This similar refers to a waste of space that denotes a condition that it wastes. The word space indicates a place for men to stay. This place is not proper to live in, for the condition is supposed to reckless or waste. Therefore, a person who is not useful in any case and is not good anywhere is like empty space that not have nothing. And the fifth part of the song is, maybe your reason why all the doors are closed, so you could open one that leads you to the perfect road. Like a lightning bolt, your heart will blow. Lightning refers to a bright light, and the bright light here can be like road to get your idea. So the closed door which deals with the darkness can be passed through by her because there is light road. The light road here makes she happy. She can see everything clearly and also makes her blue. And then the sixth part of the song is one of the example of hyperbole, which is an expression to exaggerate something or tell something more than the fact can prove. Do you ever feel already buried deep, 6 feet under screams, but no one seems to hear a thing? No one wants to feel buried deep like that. It describes a very deep of sadness and disappointment. No one can ease the burden. Buried is a word which point an activity to put something below of the ground surface and close it. Buried also used to identical adapt people which put into below of the ground. It means there are sad moments in buried because it mostly correlated with the dead people. But there is no life people could survive when he buried. That is also become the reason of hyperbole because no one can live uh, below of the ground. And the seventh part of the song is, make them go as you shot across the sky. This is hyperbole because it's shooting unclear object in the sky. Sky is a white object which is lies above of us, And the expression means a way to gain success. For the sky implies a good position because it in top of us. In short, it sends a wheel of coveted idol. Human cannot easily reach the sky without any tools, and even they use some machine, it is still difficult because the sky is wide and unpredicted object. The sky are moving as the earth rotate, but the singer wanted to emphasize different meaning from the literal meaning of the sky itself. And then it means as the conclusion of the study, metaphor is a way to use by author to express the idea or imagination in the literary text. As we are saying that formalist stylistic talking about the what is focused in the text itself, metaphor give a way for the author to express themselves without considering about the culture, political, or the author biographical parts. Because the when she used the figurative language, it means that the the singer wanted to share their feelings. Thank you very much for your attention, and this is the end of the video. I hope we will meet in the another occasion. Thank you very much, and assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.